हिंदी में एक कहावत है, मेंढक को उबलते पानी में डालो तो बाहर कूदेगा, पर धीरे धीरे पानी को गर्म करोगे तो I don't know who made that proverb. It's funny, but it's also sad and dark. Who would want to do this to a poor frog? Unfortunately, we are all that poor frog, including me. Don't worry, you're not alone. Some days ago, a company fired 30,000 people, laid off 12,000 families despite being profitable. The company sent emails at 6 o'clock in the morning. The worst thing, the company says, paisa hai, lekin AI mein invest karega. AI has been around for some time now, but these days, it's like an extreme discussion. Someone loves AI, someone hates AI. Most of us, the users, are like a Mendhak. Garam pani, dheere dheere, aur garam ho raha hai. Sometimes I also wonder if we are like the sheep, led by incompetent people who cannot explain how AI works, neither can they take an individual stand. Take a look.
AI. Stop doing AI.
Got climate, you've got AI. No
AI assisted. AI.
thing interesting in AI.
Of constitutional AI, which is training AI.
For humanity, that's the promise of AI.
But AI and humanoid robots will actually
Use AI to
AI.
for AI with AI assisted tools.
AI.
Artificial intelligence.
Like artificial intelligence.
When the AI revolution, which I think is artificial intelligence.
So intelligence would be the ultimate version of Google. Metaverse and generative AI and so forth, is that people like to hype these things.
Only two people convincingly say that AI is a hype in that entire video. In fact, Elon Musk is dreaming of a situation where people don't have to work, where money as a concept becomes irrelevant. Today, the American government says it has technology to analyze heartbeat of a soldier. That is the level of technology they are claiming about.
At the President's direction, we deployed both human assets and exquisite technologies that no other intelligence service in the world possesses to a daunting challenge, comparable to hunting for a single grain of sand in the middle of a desert.
This video is to inform the harms of AI as regards job losses. If you're wondering who I am, my name is Zim. I use this name and this funny avatar because YouTube is still not bread and butter. Problem 1. You're thinking that AI is a Dakkan is a big problem. From jobs to RAM, everything that AI has touched or will touch has a dramatic impact. Use of AI is causing job displacement and slower hiring. Last year, the godfather of artificial intelligence, Geoffrey Hinton, said that the only jobs relevant would be that of a
plumber.
Every time I tell a student or a teacher or a fellow journalist about the impact of AI, the common retort, the common argument I get to hear is, "Arey, dhariye mat. AI buddhu hai. AI is dumb." David Otter's study found that in the US, more jobs were lost to automation. Even in India, in sectors like textile and manufacturing, automation caused job losses. At its peak, textile sector in India provided jobs to 45 million people directly or indirectly. Manpower in later on years was reduced from 20 employees to just 2 people. A World Bank report of 2016 found that 70% of jobs in India were at an elevated risk of being replaced just by automation. And this is not just with AI, but in general, the side effects of automation. Look at it. We have 1.5 crore delivery workers with Zomato, Swiggy, or Amazon. Automation like drone deliveries could put them out of a job. We also have about 2 crore rickshaw drivers in India and a bigger share of Ola and Uber drivers. Self-driven cars could turn them unemployed. Then we have teachers, journalists, engineers, doctors, chartered accountants, coders, all of whom can be affected by technology or automation. In such a scenario, any new AI development is only going to add to social and economic problems. Any disruption in salary or jobs does have an impact to tax collections, consumer spending on smartphones, FMCG, consumer discretionary spending, and even real estate. On a national level, AI is a huge risk. Economists like Daron Acemoglu and Pascal Restrepo have found out that simply automating tasks previously performed by workers is not enough if you want to drive sustainable economic growth. So we are listening to terms like income inequality, uneven distribution of automation's benefits, and even such a trend wherein automation in one sector has an impact on the other sectors. Now, for those of you who heard me so far and who are wondering, इसे कहाँ prove होता है कि ये बुद्धू है कि नहीं? Take a look. These are two legends in the AI industry. Look at what they are saying. Demis Hassabis has openly admitted that AI can win math Olympiad but can't do basic math. उसको 2 और 2 4 है, ये उसको खुद को पता नहीं है. And this tool can win math Olympiad. Now here is another blog post. It is from Dario Amodai, the founder of Anthropic. Take a look at his statements. My question to him after these statements is, if AI is smarter than, let's say, a Nobel Prize winner, what purpose is left to pursuing STEM as an education, right? So AI बुद्धू नहीं है, हम बुद्धू बन रहा है. Second problem, self-assurance. Many people believe that AI will not erode their jobs, it would only add to value addition. The debate still persists, okay, on AI's impact. Many people tell me that look at Naukri, look at LinkedIn, the press release, कितना beautiful है ना कि नौकरी बढ़ रहा है. And I have to tell them, हाँ वो खूबसूरत तो है, दिखने को अच्छा दिखता है, but it's a press release. It only tells you the number of job postings that have been put up by a company. It does not tell you the actual number of jobs that people got, or the number of offer letters people got, how many of them got rejected. It's like me saying that बहुत सारा लोग OLX पे अपना अपना कैमरा बेच रहा है, इसके लिए शायद लोग कैमरा यूज नहीं करता रहेगा. Everybody is using their phones. It's a flawed way of thinking. In India, when you want to count jobs, the data points are far too limited. The Center for Monitoring of Indian Economy does a good job tracking employment numbers, but numbers in recent days are concerning because of the Iran war. Several industries are shutting down, which is causing both an industrial and a labor problem. It is also concerning that in a country like India, nearly 40% graduates in the age group of 15 through 25 and 20% of those between the age group of 25 to 29 are unemployed. Who is giving this finding? Well, this is by Azim Premji University. Acha study hai. The link is mentioned. Go on, read it. As a country, India is facing two peculiar problems. One, we are not seeing as many jobs being created. इसका AI से संबंध है कि नहीं है, ये दूसरी बात है. इस पर बड़ा वीडियो भी बन सकता है. Second thing, since there is nothing that AI cannot do, whatever jobs are created are getting automated by AI. Our problem is also complex because 1/3 of India's jobs are in the services sector where AI automation could affect us considerably. Problem number 3 is many people feel that this will not happen to my organization, this would not happen to my industry. You see, in his 1930 essay, Economic Possibilities for Our Grandchildren, John Maynard Keynes predicted that by 2030, humans would be working 15 hours a week thanks to technological advancement and rising productivity. Today, I see very few people managing to spend time with their children, with their parents. They are either stuck in traffic, or they are working, or they are fighting to get inside a train. There's Zoom calls in the morning, there's Zoom calls along with your breakfast, there's Zoom calls in the evening along with your dinner, and at 2:30 in the night, there is an email. There's work from office and then there's work from home. We are all working constantly like that hamster on the wheel. 15 hours in a week or 15 hours a day. How many hours do you guys work every day? Drop in your comments. There are various methods organizations use to keep their employees under control these days. In addition to spending more than 15 hours a day, okay. The first thing is they tell them to learn new things, which is upskill. Then there's new working standards. KRAs are fixed to things like learning. KRAs are fixed to business processes, then objectives, then the purpose, then ethical standards. There's every day one empty, lifeless keyword which is used to say whether an employee is doing his job or not. Then there are smart companies that add cameras and remote monitoring detection tools in employee laptops to constantly snoop on them. Without organizational permission, an employee like you cannot even download VLC media player. In such organizations where sycophancy thrives, not all employees can think of joining a labor union for their own legal right. And finally, once the enterprise has learned how work gets done, an AI or an ML model gets adopted and the employee is told, "Kal se kaam pe mata." Just like that Mendhak, garam pani but dheere dheere. In the words of Karl Marx, you as the employee, you are exchanging your labor and extra time constantly. Karl Marx argued that labor is the source of all value and capital. He defined capital as the accumulated labor to exploit workers. Workers sell their labor power, which is capacity to work, to capitalists who own the means of production, creating a system where labor gets alienated and the surplus value created is taken as a profit. Problem number 4. Whenever I say like these things, people say, "Tu jhoot bol raha hai, you are lying, AI is actually creating new jobs." When are these new jobs coming? When would that substitution happen? People say, look around, there are jobs like data annotators, prompt engineers, training engineers, AI ethicists. Okay, fine. Kitna aa raha hai? 500, 5000, 5 lakh, 5 crore. Kitna jobs ban raha hai? What is the quality of these jobs? Do they pay on time? Do they even pay? In Bullshit Jobs, the late author David Graeber explains that technology created jobs that actually need not even have to exist in the first place. AI is probably destroying viable jobs and possibly replacing them with more shittier jobs. Prompt writing, for example. Okay. Problem number 5. Sattebaj. AI is like a mania. Companies are investing like never before. 6 American companies are about to spend $750 billion on AI this year alone. $750 billion is like India's union budget on education for 20 years. Then there are companies who are raising bonds. Bond raise kar raha hai 100 saal ke liye, 100 years. People have started calling it a mania such that America had to clarify that there will not be bailouts like the one in 2008. Of course, America had clarified in 2007 also that if banks fail, they may not do a bailout. CEOs who don't care for the environment or for morality, they dream of things like agentic revolution, AGI, singularity, better future, bright future, Black Mirror. A future where nobody has to work. This is a dreamy proposition. It's hope built on top of another hope, on another hope, levels of hope being stacked on top of each other. For example, Chintu does not study at all for his exams, but he keeps praying to God for good marks. Chintu is hoping that God will certainly answer his prayers. Later on, Chintu also hopes that father will buy him a cycle because God will definitely and certainly answer all his prayers. Now, this sort of hope works on 2 levels. First, the hope that God will pass Chintu and not the teacher or his answers. And 2, the hope that the father will definitely buy him a cycle. Most of the AI investments that you see are like this. They dream that they will have a wonderful return. Most of these CEOs and dreamy investors have unlimited power, but limited liability. They are betting, but they will win against all odds. Why do I say so? Because if AI succeeds, all these CEOs will say that their bet was correct. But if AI fails, all these visionary CEOs, they will pat their back saying, "Ha, AI kharab ho gaya, AI was a failure. मैंने तो experiment लिया, मेरा vision सही था." To a great extent, public is also to be blamed. Last month, this person said he cured his dog of cancer. The entire press went wow. It was a huge rage on X. What people did not notice is the amount of real medical tools, advice, and research that went behind just detection. The cancer was not cured just because AI was available, but there's an entire supply support available. An entire team of researchers, veterinary doctors, they are available. How many media journalists interviewed those veterinary doctors? None. Zero. Solutions. We all have to treat AI slightly seriously. I know it's wrong of me to say that world is uncertain today. Dunya kab uncertain nahi tha. Right? But with AI, it is getting all the more complex. As an individual, please understand that using AI does not create new knowledge. AI is existing knowledge regurgitated. This is the Asiatic library. It has millions of books inside it. If you tear each page of a book inside the library, you will certainly, and if you start stacking them, you will make a book with 1,000,000 pages. But that would not make you the original author. Okay, so AI only mixes idhar kamal, udhar kamal, idhar karta hai. It does not have brains. You are a human, you can create something new. Okay. Since AI has also been around for some years, economists have come out with another new good term to explain AI. Okay. They say that instead of calling it machine intelligent, why don't you call it machine usefulness? And that's a brilliant idea, because once you start looking at them as either useful or not useful or useless, the entire equation changes. And to all the people who hate AI, including me, the most complex task is not to hate AI, is not to love AI, adopt AI, but it is to remain balanced, which is learning where AI goes wrong, and two, being human enough in acknowledging it and solving them. Not everything can be learned in a course or a book. These days we listen to so many people saying skills मेरे को चाहिए, skills मेरे को. Skills transaction नहीं है. Skills is not something कि तू Amazon पे जाएगा, खरीदेगा, घर पे बैठेगा, unbox करेगा, उसका वीडियो निकालेगा. Skill is, it's a real thing. It's a real thing when you're writing something, reading something, proofreading something, playing music, making music. You have to learn them. You have to learn the basic knowledge first and then regularly keep practicing. Tomorrow someone says, Arey Baba, AI use kar. So that's a clarion call for you. That's a wake-up call for you, that you are the Mendhak of that pond. Instead of following your instinct, you are enjoying AI. Dheere dheere in that garam pani. If this video helped you, please do hit a like or subscribe. Share in your comments.